straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Terry in at the 4 slot.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. Title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
Here's Duncan, and again it's Kansas.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. White with it, now defended by Oubre, and a wide open look for Sanders. Connects from 3-point range. Sanders has got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Freak. No good on the triple. And here are the Cardinals. It's a 3-point game. To the wing right side. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. Freak with the ball. Picked away. Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Matt. No one near him. Uses the glass to drop it in.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Freak with it to the inside. And it's Gaines that time on the assist by Freak.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
We've got White. Sanders is out there with Rozier. Then there's Harrell, and it's Mack in at the 5. And for Kansas, Freak in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Calderon in a...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The Cardinals shooting their first foul shot of the night. .157 left here in the first half. Sanders is out there with Rozier. Then there's Harrell. Then it's White. And it's Mack in at the 5.
His turnovers haven't helped their cause. It's almost as if he's playing for the other team.
.152 left in the first half of the game. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Here's Rozier. Here's Sanders. His three-pointers off the mark.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Freak's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Sanders with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Here's Mack. That misses off the backboard. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
And 5 turnovers here. He set his team back on the offensive end.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the center. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Terry in at the 4.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Louisville trails by 3. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Now the pass to Rozier. The 11-footer. No luck. And Kansas the other way now. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. From past the arc. And it's Freak missing.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Price. Thomas a screen. Payton kicks to Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Freak. 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Thomas at the line for 2.
And that one misses. Well, one thing about Kansas. Louisville trails by 4. You've got Rozier. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
And guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special, and he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Duncan, he's checked in for Jenkins. Sanders passes to Rozier. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen. Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Out to the right wing. Here's Sanders. Here's Harrell. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Jayhawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
It's really been an ugly game for him as he continues to give the ball away on offense, guys.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the second half. And the foul called on Freak. It'll be foul number 5 on him.
take them back.
Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes a...
Right here, I got next. Hey, you're my man, I got next. I'm next.
Pit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and... Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all it. Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys.
Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So on the floor for Texas, they've got Turner. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4. Here's Edwards. He kicks it to Ford. 11 feet away.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Terry with it, picked up by Turner. High post shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin.